Have you ever had an idea but didn't know how to put it into a visual? Have you ever taken a picture but there was something in it that you wanted to get rid of? Are you the type that is great with words but can only draw stick figures?
Okay, Mr. Essay, I say, prepare to be written! I'm doing it! I'm doing it! Yeah! Yeah! In some of these, in some of these. Almost there, and done. Now let's see how it looks so far.
I'm going to show you 10 AI-assisted tools in Canva that will help you achieve your ultimate vision. The first set of tools that we're going to get into are the magic switch. So right now I have a picture of a bathroom with a bunch of things in it that might be a little cluttered. So what I'm going to do at the start is I'm going to come up here and go to magic switch. Now magic switch will let you turn any presentation and automatically flip it into a different design. So for example, right now I'm in presentation, but Magic Switch will automatically make it into a short or a social media post, or will even make it into its own video and you can animate it from there. And what you can do is you can actually type in here. Let's say I wanted to make this into a Instagram post. So I would type in Instagram, and I'll change it into a square. And what it will do is automatically, with AI, change it and copy it to a square frame. The next tool that I'm going to show you is the Magic Write feature. So what you're going to do is you're going to create a text box, and I can write anything. Let's say I'm going to label this picture and just write bathroom. What you can do is then you can click out and back in. And what it's going to do is it will create any type of format that you'd like and create an AI generated paragraph in order to make your writing more enticing. So what I can do is come over here and click more fun. And what it will do is it'll make this a more interesting, more funny phrase. Instead of just saying bathroom, it'll say the loo. I can come in here and click continue writing, and it's just saying the bathroom. It'll create an entire paragraph about what a bathroom is. If I didn't like that, I can come over here, click it again, click Magic Write, and click Summarize, right? And it'll condense what it just wrote into something that is more visible to read. And I'm actually going to change the background so that I can read this, right? I can come over here and click Fairy Dust, and it's going to do something completely random. Let's find out what it does. Right? Beyond its humble size lies a sacred place where one seeks refuge. Let's say I have an idea in my head, but I'm also not the best of writers. What AI can do and what Magic Write can do is come over here, and let's say I wanted to write about my trip to Italy, right? My trip to Italy. What AI can also do is change boring text into something very creative. So you can use this with people that are not as creative and come in here, click Magic Write, and what it can do is make this more formal. So let's say you're creating something for a presentation. Instead of just saying that you went to the Colosseum in Italy, it'll write this whole thing for you. During my recent trip to Italy, I had the opportunity to visit some of the country's most iconic attractions, including the Colosseum and the Leaning Tower of Pisa. The Leaning Tower of Pisa. So what this does is instead of just a simple sentence that is very boring, it'll change it into something that is more enticing to read. Okay. And again, you can do the same thing. Let's say I wanted to make it a little more silly. Instead, it'll say, oh, Mamma Mia, I just got back from Italy, right? And keep going. And you can keep doing this, right? You can have it continue writing. Italy is a magical place. It's no wonder you want to go back already. All I gave it was that I went to the Colosseum and the Leaning Tower of Pisa, and it created everything else. The next thing that Canva can do is something called the Magic Morph. So what I'm going to do, I could go down to apps and go through that, but I already have it saved here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put in an image. Let's just put in this paw print as an example. And what I will do is I can describe, like this says, the objects, the look, the locations, the surrounding, the people. So I can say, hey, orange that is furry and is made of metal. And what this does is it will create 4 AI generated images. That is what I asked it to do. It's orange for the most part, but it's also fuzzy. And if I don't like any of these images, I can create it again. If I try to go over here and click a picture of a cat and then go down to Magic Morph, it tells me that right now it will only do a text, a shape, or simple graphic, which is why it gives you these as an example. However, down the line in the future, I'm sure that you could take any picture you want and turn it into a completely different style, different color, even maybe a different shape. The next thing I'm going to show you in the Magic Studio is called the Magic Media. So what you're going to do is, let's say I am looking for a cat, right? I can come down here and I can click generate images for cat. And what this brings up is the Magic Media. So let's say I wanted to create a calico cat that is in the Bahamas sipping on some milk, and then I wanted to tell it the styles. So on the bottom you can see the styles, so I can either type it in here or I can click it and I can click see all and it comes up with all these. I like the let's click the vibrant style. Let's generate the images. So now that it's done, let's take a look at the prompt and let's see how close it got. Let's just pick this one. Hey, I asked it to create a calico cat that is in the Bahamas and sipping on some milk. So most of these, it's not sipping, but there is a glass of milk. You have a type of cat, kind of close to a calico cat. Okay? And you can see that it's on an island on a beach somewhere, not necessarily the Bahamas. What I can come in and I can do, and I can maybe click 3D and generate again. And it's going to take that same prompt, but instead of being a vibrant prompt, it's going to come in and make it more 3D. And I didn't have to change the wording at all. And now it's coming up with these types of more Minecrafty blocky looking cats, right? Maybe I want to come in here and instead of saying I want a calico cat, I can say a dinosaur that is in space sipping on some gasoline because it's a fossil fuel. And when I click generate images, this is still going to be in the 3D. This is still going to be 3D. So let's see what comes up. Okay, you can kind of see that it's in space. It's sipping something that is dark like gasoline. Hey, and it's a 3D image. So let's go here. Maybe instead of that, we want it to be in the dreamy style, so a little bit more cinematic. You come in and all you have to do is change it with a click of a button. Let's see what it comes up with. Instead of a 3D image, oh, there you go. Look at that. You get this one. It's even got the straw attached to it. Okay, the better your prompt is, the more detailed your prompt is, the better the images that will come up. The next set of tools that I want to show you comes from the Magic Studio itself. Let's say I have this image. I can go in here and now I can choose from any of these 6 things from the Magic Studio. These are all AI generated. So let's come in here and click background remover. Let's do this with a more clear image. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click it, click edit photo, click background remover, and it got rid of everything that was not in the foreground. So what this will do is it'll get rid of the pictures on the walls, if there are anything that's not popping out directly. You can take, and I'd use this all the time in order to put different images in a space that it didn't exist before. Right, so I can take this person, I can click edit photo, I can click background remover, and now I can put this person straight to work, right, on the computer. Maybe I have her like this, and there you go. Now you can't see them. right? Oh, and I can make it bigger, smaller, do anything I'd like. Now, what it can also do is it can do something called the magic eraser. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come over here with my brush, and let's say I just wanted to erase this plant. What I can do is let go, and as soon as I let go, it's going to generate something in its place that was not there before. I can make it more refined and better so that it'll actually get rid of it and put what it thinks should be behind that picture. There you go, it's completely erased. Let's say I didn't really like this shelf over here. This document holder, I can click it, erase it, and it will get rid of it. Now, something else I can do with this picture is expand it. So I'm gonna click the whole page that I want it to expand. What I can do is I can click done, come over here, move this over here, and I can come over here and click magic expand, and I want to expand it to the whole page. And now what it's going to do is it's going to fill up the rest of the space with something that it thinks would match that same vibe of the picture. Again, with all of these AI tools, they take a little bit, and now what it did is it created a whole new office space that wasn't there before. It extended these legs, it created its own chair, right? It created background pictures. Right? And this one's actually the best out of all of them. And if you don't like some of them, you can always regenerate it and create 4 brand new images. Now, this is all AI generated, which means down the line, it's going to get better and better at predicting what the picture is, predicting what it can be expanded to. This is just the beginning of Canva's adventure into the world of AI. The next thing that this can do is edit anything that you would like here into something that you describe. Kind of like the magic morph or the image generator. However, it takes it directly from your image. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to circle this space over here, this corkboard over here. Right? I'm going to fill it in just so that it knows for sure that I want to replace all this. And when I fill it in, I'm going to click continue. And now I can describe what I want. Maybe I want a picture of a monkey on a roller coaster. I can change the color. I can change what it looks like. I can change the shape of it. I can change the material that it's made of. But let's keep it simple. I'm going to change all this, and it's going to create a picture of a monkey on a roller coaster. And there you go. So what this did is it got rid of what I surrounded it, and it created a monkey on a roller coaster to the best of its ability. And it created 4 different images. And what you can do is, again, you can generate new results. You can come in here and edit it so that it looks more realistic, but it created this out of nothing. So what is going to happen in the future is this is going to get more and more realistic, more and more apt to what you're asking it to do. And the technology is only going to get better. This is just the beginning. So I can create any image that I can think of. As long as I can put it into words, I can create images out of nothing. The next thing that we can do is something called Magic Grab. And what it's going to do is it's going to let you move things that should not be able to move, right? Things that are in the foreground that you would not be able to move otherwise. With a regular picture, I would have to cut this all out, get in between everything. With the Magic Grab, I can just move this wherever I want. And with different pictures, it will let you move different things. The clearer the foreground is, the better Magic Grab will work. Instead of this whole thing, maybe I can just move but I can come over here, choose an element. Let's say I have this picture of this family. I can come over, use the edit tool picture, click Magic Grab, and now what's going to happen is I will be able to move the family around. So instead of being on the couch, maybe I can move it or edit it in a way that they're on the side of the couch. Or I can take just the family, delete the background, and create a brand new background for the family. Maybe I can put them on the beach or in a plane or in a boat, right? Or in the Coliseum. And the harder the AI has to work in order to distinguish the foreground from the background, the longer this takes. But there it is. So now what I can do is I can delete this background, come over, edit background. Maybe I want to remove the pillows, right? I can come over and adjust this. So now I can come over here and just remove all the pillows. And let's just say that's good for now, right? I can come back. Now I can add a background. Now that the family is removed, I can now go over here, go to the beach, put this as the background, and now the family is sitting at a beach. The last thing I can do in Magic Studio is grab the text from any picture that I have. So I just chose this one because it has some words. But you can choose any picture that you would like. And if you want to move the text around, you can go in here, click grab text. And what it's going to do is it will allow you to move all of the words in your picture. And it's going to replace what's behind it with the background. And so now what I have is I can move the word words. And they did have power around here. But now what happens is not that these are words, now I can do magic, right? So all of these Magic Studio tools work together. Let me know down below what you liked most or what you learned today. And if you have any suggestions for the next video, let me know. If you like this and want to see how to create your own thumbnail, click the video on the right. And if you want to see the 7 best ways to use Canva, click the video on the left. And I'll see you next time.